Hey everybody, welcome to episode 93 of Super Geeked Up.
Woo!
Yeah. Thank you so much for joining us. My name is Jeff. Oh my God, a lot of excitement going on. All right. My name is Jeff. Thank you so much for geeking out with us.
And my name's Nicole, and you're watching Super Geeked Up, the live geeky pop culture show where we answer geeky questions, play fun geeky games, and hang out with really awesome web series guests.
And I am Tanya. You can follow along on Twitter at SuperGeekedUp, so you can send us your questions and comments. Use tag GU. Tonight, we have some awesome people on our show, but we're also going to talk about our favorite fictional detective. We're going to do our favorite game, well, one of my favorite games, Trailer Trash, where we talk about some trailers that we've all watched and review how the movie may possibly turn out. And one of our favorite games, Tangent Tales. But we also have some awesome guests from Aidan 5.
Yes.
Nicole, do you want to introduce our people tonight?
Yes, I will introduce you guys and just make some noise, say hi. So first, we have Ben Bays, executive producer, writer, and director of Aidan 5.
Hello. Thank you for having us.
Hey Ben.
Hi. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Oh, excellent.
Next, we have John Jackson. He's the other executive producer, writer, and director of Aidan 5.
Hello.
Hello.
That's all I got. That's all I got. Fill in your location.
Next, we have Vidis Barzdukas, executive producer and writer of Aidan 5.
Hi there. I can't think of anything witty to say, but hi.
And last but certainly not least, Maya Sayre, the lead actress, and she plays Detective Morgan Riley on Aidan 5.
Hello. So excited to be here tonight. You guys are awesome.
Thanks. You're awesome with your great sign. Hold it up a little higher. Hold it up.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Oh.
There it is. There it is.
We're really enjoying like the home crafts thing tonight. That's really
I'm technologically challenged at the moment, so there we go.
It works. It works.
Very cool.
Very cool.
All right, so we like to thank you guys so much for being here. We're going to talk about Aidan 5 in just a little bit, but we like to kick things off with, guys, by the way, if you really don't have to hold the signs up the whole time if you don't want to. But you can.
We were really just joking.
Fine.
No, I think they should. I think they should.
By the end, they're going to be like this.
Yeah. They're like, I hate this show.
I thought Vidis' name takes up half the screen. Nice.
All right, so we like to kick things off, though, with the geeky question of the week. Tonight's geeky question is, who is your favorite detective from movies, TV, or web series? And I added to these guys that it could be a police detective, private eye, amateur sleuth, anything in that vein. So let's start with our guests. Actually, we'll start with the lovely Maya, who is thinking over there, though.
I'm thinking really, really hard, and I'm suddenly like gone completely blank. All detectives. I have no idea.
All right, we'll come back. It's okay. We'll come back.
No idea. Sorry.
We'll go to Ben. Ben, who is a detective you really dig?
Well, I'm going to go outside the box on this one and say that Jeff Lebowski is probably my favorite all-time detective. And if you watch The Big Lebowski, you could really consider him an unorthodox detective in the old school sense. So that's my pick.
We'll take it, for sure.
Nice.
Very outside the box. I didn't expect that. Nice job.
Yeah.
All right, John, what about you?
Well, if you're going outside, I'm going to go way inside the box, and we'll stop that comment there. I probably TV's Matlock, I think is. No. Actually,
No, don't take that back. No.
Actually, probably, I'm a big Humphrey Bogart fan, and probably Samuel Spade. That's my Maltese Falcon behind me back there.
Ah, yes.
Yeah, that's definitely a big influence on Aidan 5 and me. So.
Very cool.
Matlock was not a big influence on Aidan
Yeah.
5? I thought it was when I watched it.
What do you have against Andy Griffith, dude? I mean, really.
You know.
What about Murder, She Wrote? Angela Lansbury against her.
That was my next one, actually. I couldn't remember her character's name, though. What's...
Jessica Fletcher.
Jessica, that's it.
Fletcher. Yeah, I love her.
Fletcher. Yeah.
All right, folks, if you're watching live, please tweet us in your choices for your favorite detective at @SuperGeekedUp, #SGU. Tanya's looking over there right now. I can see the tweets.
I know. We have a couple already. And Dezzles, I have to say I agree with yours. There's no other option, Sherlock Holmes, specifically Benedict Cumberbatch.
Yeah.
Cumberbatch.
Awesome.
I would like to also, he also says, or Dirk Gently. I'm not sure anymore. My thing is that I first got in, I had to take a mystery novel class in university because I needed to take another English credit, and that was the only one that I could take that was not full. And we were assigned mystery novels from different eras, basically. So we obviously started with Sherlock Holmes. And I was like, oh, this is going to be so boring. But can I just say that, like, the original source material is freaking amazing. Like, there's a reason why those are classics.
You know, I think you guys are...
Hound of the Baskervilles is one of the best novels ever.
I think you're forgetting about Inspector Clouseau, the Pink Panther.
Yes.
You know, I think that he's my favorite detective, just because he was stumbling and bumbling around, but he still managed to solve crimes. And you know, so Inspector Clouseau, Pink Panther, was my favorite detective.
Nice.
Very nice. Tiny, did you only share Dezzles, or did you get some of the other ones yet?
I've got a couple others too. The Seventh Matrix is saying Harry Dresden from Jim Butcher's The Dresden Files book series, which is like, and Anthony's saying Monk. You have to love an erotic, crazy detective.
Yeah, definitely.
At Hunter's Realm, our good buddy Eros says the tie between Sherlock Holmes and Batman. That's actually a great choice. Batman is a fantastic detective.
For sure.
And I love Bethany's. I love Bethany's Inspector Gadget.
Oh, of course that counts. Yes.
100%. Yep.
John Rowland saying his favorite TV detective would be Peter Falk as Columbo.
Nice.
One more thing.
And Necrodius, another Necrodius who watches every week as well. Sherlock Holmes, he says, Monk, and also, I don't know, how do you pronounce this, guys? Hercule Poirot?
Hercule Poirot.
Poirot.
Yeah. Thank you.
You know, in Canada, we have to take French classes.
I know you do. That was I had a conversation with Jonathan Robbins from Clutch, who was on a couple last week. He was very not happy about that in school, that he had to take French classes.
Oh no, none of us liked it until later on we realized how important.
I chose to take French in school, so I don't know what your guys' problem is.
It's when you're forced to do something is really kind of, you know.
Yeah. There is a big part of your country, you know, that speaks French. Just to let you know.
Really?
There is
I didn't know that. Really?
Yeah. I mean, you guys don't recognize that part of the country, right?
No, don't get me started.
Like we don't like Nicole doesn't recognize all Canada we established last week.
Been there. Choose not to recognize it. Oh.
And we're not friends anymore.
I love Canada. Degrassi! Shout out. No, I'm kidding.
So let's get some more of our choices here. But Anthony Davis on Twitter says he loves Data from Star Trek Next Generation as Sherlock Holmes. Does that count? Yes, it does. That's a great callback program.
Good episode.
Him and Moriarty, man. Yeah.
We have another couple of votes for Batman, basically saying there's no other answer other than Batman. So that's Honky Tonk Buffalo is saying he's the world's greatest detective. And Alexander Morton's also saying Alex Cross from the James Patterson novels, and Will Graham from Red Dragon as well.
Okay.
All right. So, wait, Tanya, is your choice Sherlock Holmes? Was that your choice?
Oh, yeah.
So that
specifically Benedict Cumberbatch as well, as everyone else is agreeing.
Yeah.
For sure.
Only because we're binge watching Netflix right now, so it's really good.
I totally agree with that, by the way. Yes, that is the correct choice.
All right, so that's Maya's answer to it now. She's just copying somebody
Yes.
else's. Very nice.
Well, they're right.
First no name, and now she's copying somebody. Come on. Maya.
All right, I'll leave. I'll just go.
Yeah, take your homemade sign and leave.
We're recasting.
What is wrong with this sign?
No, it's very lovely. I like your calligraphy.
Thank you.
So my choice. All right. So I was going to say Sherlock Holmes, but I knew everybody else was going to say that, so I have a different choice as well. Sherlock Holmes is the correct answer, though. I agree. He is the world's greatest detective. But I'm going to go with, besides that, Scooby-Doo and the Mystery Machine Gang. Amateur sleuths out there.
Matt also agrees with you on Twitter.
Oh, and Scooby-Doo, well, he's a smart man. Look, if you need somebody to solve a crime with a person in a goofy costume, and you also need people to eat a tremendous amount of food, who else do you want to have on your team, you know? And you have a talking dog.
And you have a talking
dog.
So it's the whole team you're voting for then? You know,
well, Scooby-Doo in particular, Scooby-Doo is my favorite, but you can't break up the Mystery Machine Gang. They're a team.
All right.
My choice is going to be probably Nancy Drew. Well, actually, obviously Sherlock Holmes. But
Nancy Drew, nice.
I love Nancy Drew. She's really brave, and I feel like that's great. So.
And she's smart.
She's really smart.
Mm-hmm. You know, I can also throw in Agatha Christie as well. Is that Agatha Christie? Is that the name of the character, or is that the novel list?
That's the novelist.
Who's Miss Marple? There we go. Miss Marple's awesome.
Cool.
Does Encyclopedia Brown count as a detective or no?
Ooh.
Yes.
Case of the Spinning Egg.
That's right. You know what? And I still remember that one.
Yeah, that's the hard-boiled egg, wasn't it?
The hard-boiled egg.
You're going old school with it. It's nice.
Well, that's the third season. I just gave away third season of 8 and 5.
It all rides on a hard-boiled egg. You know. Cooked eggs.
So, all right, excellent choices, everybody. Before we get to, we're going to have Tanya lead you guys talking about 8 and 5. But before we do that, I'm going to tweet something out here, folks, as she does this. Earlier today, we all started, Tanya, Nicole, and some other people started taking a Harry Potter quiz, because that's what we do with our time when we're not doing Super Geeked Up. We do important things like this. Harry Potter quizzes. So we were taking what Harry Potter character are you? So I'm going to tweet the link out, and if you're watching, and you guys too can do it if you want. I'll put it in the chat.
You have to do both of them.
No. The first quiz sucked.
Do it right now.
It's terrible.
It was kind of sad. I get lavender.
We all agreed that quiz was terrible. Yeah,
but the second one was pretty bad. I got the lady.
No, the second one. Hey, don't say who it is yet. We're gonna save this.
Okay.
The second one was great because I got a great character, so that's the one I'm using.
Okay, well, you did.
Yeah, you did. Although I really can't
Nobody
complain
else
about
did.
mine either. I can't complain.
So here, I'm gonna tweet it out, and then we'll all reveal who we got as a character. And I'm gonna win. I'm just gonna let you know.
Actually, people should try and guess who we got as a character. Actually, no, they already know. They can just go back on our Twitter. They can find it.
No, but they're not gonna do that. Don't do that, folks. Who cares what we tweeted before? So, all right, so Tanya, go ahead and have these guys talk about 8 and 5, of course, which is a great show. And
Their stuff.
Yeah, they're whatever they're on here for.
Yeah, whatever. So, Ben, do you want to tell us about 8 and 5?
Yeah, 8 and 5 basically it's a sci-fi film noir, and it's set in the not too distant future, and it's about a detective who's trying to solve the serial killing of his own clones. And basically he unravels this giant conspiracy and finds out that there's a lot more to the story than just a simple rogue clone going on a killing spree. And so that pretty much is the entire first season unfolds that conspiracy and that mystery, and that's what we have currently online. That's been playing for what feels like an eternity now, and and now the last few years we've been in production on our second season, which continues that story and gets a little more in depth with the characters and their origins, and we basically have been building up a mystery from season 1 that we're actually really excited about for our second season, which is coming up at some point. And we're really excited to be able to reveal that mystery whenever we get to do it at that point.
Now, did you say you're in production for your second season, or you haven't started the actual production?
We are in production. In fact, we've wrapped principal photography, so it's all in the can. In fact, the entire season is locked, so it's been edited. We're just in the process of the visual effects, which is the entire show is a visual effect, so it's taking a long time. Added to the fact that our entire crew is made up of volunteers who work on this in their spare time, so it's taking a while. But we're really happy with the result that we're getting, and we're excited. We're just as excited to release it, I think, as everybody, more than anybody else. So. We want to see it too.
Hey, what did William Shatner say about your show?
He called it impressive and innovative, and so we immediately started plastering that over everything.
He was that would be floating directly over your head right now.
Right.
How did you guys get him to watch it? How did you guys introduce him to 8 and 5?
I'm trying to remember back now. I believe they contacted us about it, and we were doing we were doing a cross promotion with an endeavor he was involved in. So they contacted us about it.
Oh, awesome!
Amazing.
Awesome.
Yeah. Anthony on Twitter keeps asking, is 8 and 5 at all like Babylon 5?
Probably not at all.
I'm surprised that hasn't come up before. Honestly,
yeah.
Seriously, in any interview, we've never had that.
Right.
I've never had that come up. Babylon 5.
Right.
Well, there'll be a crossover at some point.
Yeah, it's not set in a spaceship, Anthony. It's not set in a space station. Sorry.
It's not in color, and
yeah.
So we should probably explain that the reason why it's taking so long is that everything, it's all hand-drawn. All the backgrounds are all hand-drawn, and so it's kind of like a living comic book. So if you're not familiar with 8 and 5, so it's that it's such an ambitious project for an all-volunteer cast and crew. So that's why it's taken a while.
Yeah, we shoot everything on green screen, so it's I believe season 1 weighed in at about 2 hours and 15 minutes, and season 2 is coming in at about maybe 3 hours right now. So that's a lot of visual effects work that we're purchasing.
We actually have a question from Twitter for you guys. The Seventh Matrix is wondering, has the popularity of Orphan Black has that helped at all raise awareness for you guys?
If we, I don't know. I think if we had season 2 out there right now, maybe it would. But I think because it's been some time since the first season of 8 and 5. That it's kind of just a little bit of timing is kind of off, and it's one of those things that I haven't even brought myself to watch the show yet. I've heard it's fantastic, and I would like to see it, but it's hard. You're dealing in the same world of clones and some things, and I'm just anxious to get our show out there. Get that second season out there.
Nice. Cool.
Yeah.
Nicole, do you want to tell us about progress?
Well, before we do that, hang on. Sorry.
What?
First off, I want to say, guys, if you haven't watched 8 and 5, visually you're not going to see anything like it on the web right now. Definitely check it out. It is really amazing. But I want to say Maya. I want her to talk a little bit about her character before we move on.
Hello.
Hi. Tell me about your character before we move away from 8 and 5.
Gosh, I play Detective Morgan Riley. I am the Aidan, Detective Aidan's partner, and I love this character because she's so honest and she's so real, and yet she's also a clone, so she's a copy of another. But it's been a lot of fun playing her. And I get to like in season 2 it's a lot more action, so I get to run and jump and fight, and oh, it was so much fun.
And I really want to jump in here just to say that the things that these guys go through, and Maya in particular, I mean, we throw them all over that soundstage. I mean, they're jumping off of green cubes and, you know, running up flights of stairs, and you know, it's a very physical role, and Maya and both Maya and Brian just do a tremendous job with it, and creating these characters in a believable way. You know, you have nothing to react to except the other person in that room, and they do it flawlessly every time. So
and we shoot all out of sequence. So at any moment, you know, throughout season 2 and 1, we could be on episode 1 and then say, oh, wait a minute, we have this costume. Let's go to episode 12. Let's go to episode 6. Let's do the scene now where we're. And those guys were really, all the cast, just really, really on the ball. But Maya and Brian, man, they would, for their characters to know where they are in that story at any given moment on stage was really, really amazing. It really works because of that. So.
Yeah, I have to give kudos to Brian too. I know he really wanted to be here tonight and he couldn't, but yeah, shooting out of sequence is one thing, but when it's on a green screen, it's something totally different. Oh my God.
Can you talk a little bit about what that's like, some of the challenges from an acting perspective, doing everything on green screen?
Oh my gosh, it's so, it's very disorienting. I remember at one point Johnny actually had to make a map. Do you remember that? He held up a map. He's like, this is where you are. Here is your door. And it's just, I mean, you have to use your imagination 100% of the time, and you don't realize how much you rely on your surroundings until they're just, poof, not there. But I love it now, though. It was really, yeah, it was hard at first, but I love it.
Very cool.
Awesome, awesome. Hey, folks, don't forget, we got our first Harry Potter response here, but I'm not going to read it yet. Take the Harry Potter quiz I tweeted out a few minutes ago. Go to the Super Geeked Up Twitter. All right, Tanya. Yes, Tanya, take it away.
Oh.
Okay. No, Jeff, never interrupt me.
Oh.
Nicole, what are the shows you work on? Tell us about that.
Yeah, sure. Progress is about a steam-powered internet in the Victorian era, and Jack the Ripper is on the loose, and he's posting his crimes on the Victorian version of WikiLeaks. And you can see that at progressseries.com. And then we have our spin-off show that features some of the same characters from Progress, but it's a comedy. It's like a YouTube blog thing set in the Victorian era, and that's jts.tv/Harlan.
Nice. And I am on a show called Asset, which is also on jts.tv/Asset, which is about a regular Canadian guy who is unknowingly, not annoyingly, recruited. Yeah, I got flack for that one last time. Unknowingly recruited by the CIA to take down a Russian arms cartel. And I play an ex-spy. That's who I play.
Russian spy.
I do. I play a Russian. Jeff, why don't you tell us about Super Knocked Up?
Super Knocked Up, action comedy, female supervillain gets knocked up by her superhero nemesis. These two enemies got to raise a kid together. Shenanigans. Problems. All right.
I love how like that was barely a sentence. It was like,
look, at this point, I've said this like 2,000 times. I just give you the bullet points at this point.
We know the feeling.
You know the feeling.
That's all you need, though. Look, what else do you need? A villain and a hero. They have sex. They have a baby. What else do you need to watch a show?
Do you want to tell us about
Frostbite Pictures? And there's clones. Oh, there's not clones.
There you go.
Oh,
that's a lie.
Clones and shenanigans. I love it.
Yeah.
Yes, Clones and Shenanigans, my new series.
Let's do it.
Sorry, Maya.
Tell us about Frostbite Pictures. Jeff.
Oh, Frostbite Pictures. Yes, we are part of Frostbite Pictures. Yes, that thing that Super Geeked Up is a part of. Frostbite Pictures is an awesome digital production company. They're trying to have some, the most high quality, awesome shows on the web right now. You can check them out at frostbitepictures.com, at frostbitepics on Twitter. They have a lot of really awesome stuff, guys. And they're just a great group of people. Some to work with, and awesome series like Eternus and Last Fall of Ashes and all those shows, and just really cool people. And we're part of them, so there you go.
Yay.
Yay!
Yeah.
So automatically it's awesome.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. That's the best part for us, right there, us. So let's. All right. So let's. Before we do some Harry Potter quiz stuff, and then we got some games, right? We got Tangent Tales. That's always fun. Never know where that's going to go. We're going to do a little trailer trash. But first, it's a commercial break time. If you're watching the recorded version, you're going to see a commercial right here. So we'll see you back in a second.
Welcome back from commercial break.
So let's. Tanya loses it every time with that.
Every time.
All right, so I think our friend Timekeeper Show was the one who first sent this quiz out today. This Harry Potter quiz, this particular one. So thank you, sir.
This
for
particular
watching.
one, although it started, I think,
Nicole
with
Nicole sent a really crappy one out first.
Yeah.
I was mad. I was so mad at our results. I was like, I can't believe this. Look at what happened. And then everyone's going to take the quiz, and then they were all mad at their results.
Okay, so hers was a female Harry Potter character quiz, and she loves Luna Lovegood, right, Nicole? Right, but she didn't get that. She got Lavender Brown, which isn't that bad, actually, Nicole.
No, she's great.
And
it's just
I got Luna.
Yeah, she got Luna.
Oh.
I got Luna. And I was like, what? I'm obviously Ginny or Hermione. Come on.
I got Molly Weasley, the mom.
That was so funny.
Great. So I got like freaking 7 red-haired kids. And,
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
But you have the best clock on the face of the planet.
Oh, yes, I do. That's true. I didn't think about that. Dezzles is asking, should he repeat his? Yes, if you tweeted earlier, folks, please tell us your Harry Potter character again. I'm not going to remember all those. So the other one was just a normal, it could be a guy or a girl, any Harry Potter character, right? So, Nicole, who'd you get in that one?
Wait, this is outrageous. You know who I got? Dolores Umbridge. What is that?
Which is probably the most nasty character just about all of Harry Potter.
I was like, I was like scratching my head. I was like, well, I did answer like the favorite movie, Mean Girls, and I did answer favorite TV show, Game of Thrones. Did that happen?
There you go. Yes.
I mean,
No, but that doesn't necessarily mean anything because was it Timekeeper and I? We both said Silence of the Lambs and Breaking Bad were our TV show movie.
Yes, but you also picked whiskey.
Do it right now.
Drunk.
No,
I
picked
drink whiskey.
I picked Bloody Mary, and I got
Oh yeah, but you're still
Longbottom.
getting drunk.
I picked tea, and I got Dolores Umbridge. What is that? Tea.
Well, she has teacups in her
Oh yeah.
office.
So Tanya got Neville Longbottom, which I think is perfect. That's great.
Hey, he turns out to be awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. It turned out to be really cool. You're just
He does.
in the beginning, you're just like a geeky kid who nobody likes. Very
Exactly.
accurate, I
It's
think.
like my childhood.
Just
All over again.
So Eros got Ron Weasley. He says that's cool. Ron's cool.
Nice.
That's good.
Let's see here. Keithos said got Fred Weasley. A lot of Weasleys going around here.
Lots
Nice.
of Weasleys.
I don't know. You got anybody else here on Twitter, Tanya?
Yeah, Timekeeper also got Luna. Who else? Dezel's got Draco Malfoy in the one we just took, and McGonagall in the female one. So really, Dezel is just like a mixture of good and evil all mixed into one. John Rowland got Neville Longbottom. Woo!
And so did Anthony Davis.
although
A lot of
Timekeeper-
Devils.
Yeah. And in the current one, Timekeeper also got Sirius Black, which is awesome.
That's really awesome. That's cool. Except that you die.
Yeah, but
Spoiler
it's so
warning.
sad when I think the statute of that spoiler is well and truly. Also, by the way, Dumbledore
Yeah. Okay,
dies.
good.
Like just.
Oh my God! Oh Jesus!
Sorry. Yeah, I mean, there seems to be a good mixture of
All right,
Neville Longbottoms.
so this is awesome. I'm the only one who got this character. You cannot beat this choice, and I'm solely serious. I got Harry Potter when I took the quiz. Hell yeah!
What?
Fuck it!
I don't
All of
believe you.
Counter.
Counter. Totally true. It's totally
I'm countering. The prophecy could have been about you or me.
What? You're Neville. How is it about you?
There was a prophecy that it could have been either Neville Longbottom or Harry Potter.
No,
and to the very end, you weren't even sure who was
Oh my god. We always know it was Harry Potter. It's not Neville Longbottom. Come on. Ridiculous.
Nice try, but...
Yeah.
To you, Jeff. To you.
Serious black.
Oh, I just took it.
I'm serious.
That's awesome.
Black. Oh
That's
my
awesome,
God.
Maya. That's only second to Harry Potter. So you're number 2.
Awesome. I am moody, cocky, and confident. Okay.
He actually has a wand.
Oh, God, hold up your wand.
That's for Jeff. That's for you, Jeff.
Oh, thank you. I wish I could take that through the screen. I'm trying to grab it.
Of course, now sharp-eyed people might notice maybe this isn't Harry's wand. I'm not sure.
Which one? Whose is it? Anybody know?
I think it's Voldemort's wand, isn't it?
I think it was Hermione's, wasn't it? What I'm doing with Hermione's wand, I don't know. Tanya, this is yours. Yeah.
Although not according to the quiz.
All right, so very good. So thanks for sending those quizzes, Timekeeper. You folks, you can send us some other interesting quizzes. But, I don't know, what else? Some other shows. We'll take them. Because, again, we have nothing better to do.
At like 3 o'clock on a Wednesday.
Right. Who needs to work? Let's just take these quizzes.
I assume no one from work is watching right now.
No, you took another break, so.
Totally. That's exactly what I did.
Dazzle says, anyone reckon that Jeff is making shit up? Dazzle's man has been giving me a hard time lately. I am not making that up, sir. And you know why I got it? Because milk was one of the choices for the drink, and that's milk is what won it for me, because milk is my favorite beverage. I don't care actually who I got after I got to choose milk. I was so happy. Who cares? Could have been freaking Voldemort for all I care.
Oh my goodness! Oh, Seventh Matrix got just said I can't believe I got Voldemort.
All right, today we're gonna battle Seventh Matrix and I.
I would also like to say that Necrodius is currently standing up for the fact that Neville Longbottom is awesome. He is saying that he also gets the sword out of the hat, and he fights Bellatrix.
Neville is awesome. I know he's really awesome, but he's not Harry Potter. Okay, come on.
That's fine.
See, you can't dispute it. Yeah.
No, because the whole series is named
Right.
Harry Potter and the whatever.
Longbottom and the Deathly Hallows.
Should have been.
You're gonna write a whole new series of books.
I am.
Johnny.
And they're going to be wildly popular, and they're not going to infringe on copyright at all.
Oh, Bethany tweeted in, and she got Voldemort too. She's like, I think I took the wrong quiz.
Ooh.
You've got some evil fans.
Yeah.
I do.
All right, there we go. So let's go on to our Tangent Tales game, where we're all going to participate in this. Nicole, why don't you explain how this game works for our 8 and 5 folks?
All right, so today I'm going to start the beginning of a story, and then it's going to kind of end abruptly, and then I'm going to pass the storytelling off to someone else, and then you're going to continue the story, and then we're going to keep passing it off to each other. So it ends up kind of being like a wacky, zany story. We're all going to be the storytellers, and then we each have to give one part of the story, and then anyone can finish it. Right, Jeff?
Right. So, well, basically, she's right. She's going to start it. She's going to hand it off to somebody. You can go for as little, as long as you want, pretty much. If you start to run out of stuff, just pass it off to somebody else. We all have to go. Yeah, we'll all do at least one go round, and then after that, anybody can end it when they see a good time to do so. So, It's all so it's it's kind of improv off the top of your head. It always gets really zany and ridiculous, and nothing like the original story at all. So you can introduce characters into it that have no business being in this world that she's about to create. You can pretty much do whatever. You can go into outer space, parallel universe, whatever you want to do. It doesn't really matter.
Yeah, because I'm starting pretty realistic here, so I think you can be very well.
What's wrong with you?
For me?
I'm just kidding. Why is it so realistic?
Well, no, it starts off realistic, but then it becomes surreal, so... Surrealistic? Okay. I was just kidding. I know it's not working. Okay, is everybody ready for Tangent Tales?
Yes.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Uh-oh, Maya's nervous.
No, don't be nervous. This is just fun. No pressure. Just super fun. All right. Happy birthday! Everyone screams as Ariel walks through her front door. Ah! Ariel was caught totally by surprise. She had no idea her friends and family would be throwing her a surprise party for her 17th birthday. Wow, thank you, this is the best birthday ever! Ariel squeals as she hugs all of her friends and family. Ariel's mom comes out of the kitchen pushing a cart with a gigantic cake on it with huge sprinkler candles. Ariel's older sister whips out a pitch pipe and blows a note. Almost immediately, everyone starts belting out her birthday song. When the song ends, everyone encourages her to make a wish. Ariel steps up to the cake, closes her eyes, and thinks hard about what her wish is. After a moment, she knows exactly what to wish for. With her eyes still shut, she blows out the candles. Slowly opening her eyes, she realizes she is transported to another reality, a reality where her wish came true. Wow, I can't believe my wish came true, exclaims Ariel. I know exactly what I'm going to do first. Now I'm going to pass the story over to Jeff.
Of course you are. So, Ariel magically appeared in the world of Hogwarts. You guys get it together?
Well done.
Yeah, thank you. And so she was like, oh my god, now I can be a wizard, which has always been my greatest dream. Who cares about that Prince Eric guy? I really want to be a wizard. So now I can do so, and Harry Potter, and maybe finally I can also have sex, because it's a Disney movie and I never got to do that. And also I never really had the right parts to do that for most of the movie anyway. So she was doubly excited to become a wizard and hopefully have sex with Harry Potter or somebody, maybe Neville Longbottom if she really had to settle for somebody bad. So anyway, as she was gotten to Hogwarts, all of a sudden there was a huge commotion and explosions, and she was like, "Oh my God, what is happening?" She ran out of the school and saw Ben.
She ran out of the school and saw a giant dragon descending in smoke and fire, and she fell off backwards off of the precipice upon which she was standing. And as she was falling, the dragon swooped down and kept her from falling on the rocks below and whisked her away to a safe area. And when she landed, she realized that she didn't really know where she was or how she had gotten there, except she was now alone in this wasteland with this giant dragon. And she thought she was about to be eaten by this dragon, but then the dragon began to talk. And as it spoke, she realized that Johnny.
She realized that the dragon spoke. The dragon sounded an awful like Sean Connery. The dragon said, "My dear sweet Ariel, I'd very much like to eat you." And the dragon, of course, opened up his mouth, and Ariel, who doesn't want to be eaten by Sean Connery? So she walked inside the dragon, and it really, all of a sudden, just got really dark, and there was some steps, and they led down when she thought she was heading in toward the tail area, and she just kept walking and walking, and then it was very bizarre. She realized she was no longer in the dragon. So she comes out at the tail, what she thought was the tail, and it's in this alleyway. And it's this alleyway covered with garbage and junk, and there's this big flash of lightning, but it wasn't lightning. Big sound, and this car comes flying into the alleyway, and out pops these two maniacs. This guy jumps out, "Great Scott, what are you doing in the alley?" And another guy jumps out and is like, "Whoa, Ariel, what are you doing here?" And one guy's like, "Ariel, you gotta get in the car. We gotta go to Vitus."
We have to go to the Millennium Falcon, which is down in the hangar. So Ariel jumps in the back of the car, and they go around, and they're being chased. Like these laser blasts are like flying all over the place. And so then they pull up, and then there is a Millennium Falcon that's just sitting there, and there's this big giant like Wookiee that's yelling and everything. And so they're like, Ariel, you got to get into the Millennium Falcon. They get into the Millennium Falcon, and they blast off. And in the cockpit is Han Solo, and he turns to Ariel, and he says, "Maya?"
He says, "Well, I have no idea what I'm doing anymore." He says, "I broke my ankle last week, so you've got to fly this thing for me." So Ariel takes the wheel, and she starts flying, and then suddenly she realizes that it looks a little strange in this Millennium Falcon thing. It's changed somehow. It's bigger on the inside. And suddenly this guy with this bow tie and this fez is standing there, and she's like, Where did you come from? Where's Han Solo and the Wookiee guy?" And the guy just says, "Bow ties are cool," and then he just walks off. And then suddenly she lands. She feels the thing go. And then she opens the door and pokes her head out, and
Tanya, that was you. She gave it to you.
Was that me? Okay. She lands, and she realizes she is back at Hogwarts. And what they have done is they've introduced a new class on how to deal with trans. It's like Portkeys, but on steroids. And she notices in the corner, this is a shout out to you, Timekeeper. She notices in the corner there's a devilishly handsome, tall man who doesn't have a lightning-shaped scar on his head, but he's slightly awkward, and wonders, I wonder if I should go talk to that gentleman. And so she goes and asks him, "Sir, what is your name?" And he's like, "My name is Neville Longbottom, and I am way better than that Harry Potter. So there. Let me take you around the school." And they go to the room of requirement, and who goes next? Is it Jeff again?
Okay.
Room of requirement.
Okay, so they go to the room of requirement, and Ariel is like, "Oh, this is the perfect place to have sex for the first time."
I shouldn't have left it up there.
Because nobody ever goes in here. And Neville's like, "What is sex, and what are you talking about? How do you have it?" So Ariel's like, "You're asking me. I didn't even have a vagina most of my life. How do I know?" So those two stare awkwardly at each other and try to figure out what they're going to do. But all of a sudden, as they're about to lean in to kiss, the room requirement door bursts open, and in comes Nicole.
In comes a T-Rex, and he is crazy. Like, he's just like starts tearing around the room. Ah! And so then they're like, "Oh my gosh, what do we do?" So they grab hands and they run. They're running, slide under the T-Rex, run. They go down the stairs back to the Great Hall and realize that the whole entire Great Hall has been overcome by dinosaurs, but they're not real dinosaurs. They're like, what are those things that the like Patronus, but they're like dinosaurs.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so
Yeah.
then everyone's like freaking out, and like you see Harry Potter, you see Hermione, and they're like trying to do their spells, but their wands aren't working. And so then Ariel's like, wait a second, this I think is just like a dream. I don't think it's real. So she closes her eyes, clicks her heels together 3 times, and then when she opens her eyes, she is. Anybody? Where is she now?
At the Shire.
Is that the
She's
end?
at the Shire. She's
Yeah.
at the
The
Shire
end,
doing breakfast with Frodo and.
Chef breakfast with Frodo and Gandalf. The end. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Cool. Good job, everybody.
Yay!
I love how we worked in like almost every geeky thing possible in the story. Like Lord of the Rings, Star Wars, Back to the Future, Jurassic Park, Harry Potter.
As
Well
many
done,
things
everyone.
as possible.
Yeah.
Oh, Doctor Who, right?
Doctor Who.
Doctor
Miss
Who.
Doctor Who.
Yes.
The Little Mermaid. Reference
Yeah.
The Little Mermaid.
There you go.
I was trying to figure out if I was going to make her lose her voice or not, but I'm like, she's already done that. That was awesome.
Cool. Good job. Yay.
People, it looks like people were enjoying it on Twitter.
They were very much enjoying that on Twitter. There's a few comments about as opposed to a well-adjusted T-Rex. Yeah, there was a few cheering on for Neville for president. Just saying. Yeah, people like that. And then for Sean Connery, Dragon is still hungry.
Oh, right. And Necrodius, I tweeted during that, like, Super Geeked Up is the place to go for spot-on impersonations.
Yeah.
Hey, all right. Take that. Thank you.
All right, cool. There's our Tangent Tales.
People in
Excellent
general.
job. We should. Wow, we gotta start like making these into movies or something.
We really do. We really do. Even just like they're animated, so they're just like completely out there.
Yeah. All right, so we're gonna do trailer trash in just a minute, but once again, if you're watching the recorded version, we're gonna take one last commercial break. We'll see you back in a second.
Welcome back from commercial break.
We're gonna dance around apparently now.
I fully expect one time for you to have like a whole choreographed thing.
No,
Just
here's the
like-
embarrassing part, though, is I was watching one of the recorded versions back, and there's the first commercial, everything matched up, is great, and then the second, where it's supposed to be a commercial, it was just like a pop-up ad. So when I'm going, welcome back from a commercial break, it's like totally bizarre. Like, what is she talking about?
I think that's people's normal reaction to you anyway, so don't worry.
That's true.
All right, Tanya, trailer trash. What is this segment?
Trailer trash. For this segment, what we do is we review some trailers that we had sent out earlier and discuss what we think the movie will be like based on the trailers. And yeah, I usually try and find some cool ones. Or not some great ones. It just depends. So the first one we sent out was the November Man, starring Pierce Brosnan, which I think at some point. I can post up the link into Twitter so people can see it. But who had a chance to watch this? Anybody?
Yes.
November Man?
Yes.
What did you think of it?
Yes.
Well, you know what? The weirdest thing, so where I live, when I'm taking a walk, I keep seeing a poster for it. I was like, what is this? So now that I actually saw the teaser, it kind of makes more sense. And I normally like these kind of movies, but I was kind of confused as to, like, what actually the movie's about. But I don't know. I was just kind of, I like the, like, I'm not sure, actually, how I feel about it.
Pierce Brosnan's like a former spy or special agent training this new kid. It looks fucking awesome. I didn't even know about this movie, and it looks great from the trailer to me. I can't wait to watch it.
It looks
I
like
have to-
it looks like Sorry, it looks like he's following in the footsteps of Liam Neeson and those older gentlemen who are finding new life late in their career.
Yeah.
The action hero.
I think I agree with that as well. Like, I hadn't seen any of the marketing for it at all until I actually went to go see. I had passes to see Into the Storm, which, by the way, is just a bad version of Twister.
No, I want to see that though. Man, come on.
You'll enjoy it. I mean, it's enjoyable, but it's not. It's
No Twister.
It's no Twister. It's no Twister. So yeah, I saw this one as a preview. The member was a preview for that, and yeah, I mean, I sort of got the same feeling too, that it's sort of a little bit of Pierce Brosnan seeing, the other gentlemen of his age bracket in Hollywood doing these cool action things, which is really cool. But here's my thought: he's already been James Bond.
Yeah.
Like, as soon as he goes into the whole operative thing again, I'm like, oh, it's like you're James Bond again. I feel he's trying to recapture the Bondian.
That's why it's gonna be great though, because he's great as James Bond, so he'll be great as this.
True.
That's true.
I'm seeing it tomorrow, so I'll let you know.
Oh, cool.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let us know.
Yeah.
Can you find a quiz, a BuzzFeed quiz about which character we are from the November Man?
Yeah.
Sure.
I was
Every answer is
confused by the title.
What about anybody else? Ben or Maya or anybody? Any thoughts?
I'd watch it. No, it looks good. It looks interesting. But yeah, all of it.
I think, I like most other people, I really have no indication other than the premise what the plot is. So just from sheer intrigue alone, I'm curious. From lack of information.
I thought the same thing as Johnny did about he's just trying to go where Liam Neeson went and all that. And there's that one shot where the kid's like diving. It's like a John Woo movie where he's sideways shooting.
I love John Woo movies.
So do I. I think it's awesome, but but it didn't really pique my interest all that much. But.
Timekeeper on Twitter says he thinks cinematically it looks really sharp.
Yeah. Necrodius is saying, so basically it's James Bond training his kid, takes place 10 years after GoldenEye, right? Yeah.
Now that's and forgetting that Die Another Day ever happened. Is that what he's saying?
Yeah, exactly. Just erasing that from Bond history.
I could go for that.
Yeah. So the next one we did was The Maze Runner, which again was a preview before Into the Storm. So I guess where I got a lot of my ideas from, everybody. I'm going to post this one up as well. Here's my thought on it. Actually, everyone else go first, then I'll go into it.
So I actually was at the Maze Runner panel at Comic-Con a few weeks ago in San Diego, and we were shooting it. But it's interesting because I watched the trailer and it's a little different. They showed us more at Comic-Con, right? For example, in the trailer, it begins with him coming up that freight elevator, whatever it is. But that's real quick. In Comic-Con, what they showed is much more extended version of that. Like, we see him in there, and we get to see a lot more of that, which was very interesting to me because it's like, what's going on? Okay, this kid's in an elevator. There's like a dead skeleton in there. Like, what's happening? Where is he going? He's all freaking out. For me, that worked much better when they showed the extended version at Comic-Con because I didn't know what was happening or what was going to go on. Then, although, once we got to the fact that they're running through a bunch of maze, I got less interested, to be honest with you. I don't know. I think I've had an issue lately where all these movies based on young adult novels, I'm just having a really big problem getting into that. And I'm kind of sick of it, and I think we're on the very near of this going away, probably just because these movies are not really making a lot of money, most of them. Like, take The Giver, which at Comic-Con looked to be very popular. I was at that panel, too. It didn't make any money last weekend, really, though. Surprisingly, actually. It has a great cast. And that's actually a movie looks interesting to see. I don't know. So, yeah, I don't know. I'm not planning to see the movie. I don't know. It's interesting a little bit, but
Was it kind of like Hunger Games? Because I was watching it and I didn't watch the entire thing. I'm sorry, but it looked like a bunch of kids like running around and like they're gonna start dying.
They're all
off.
kind of like Hunger Games, right? That's the problem.
Yeah. That's what I thought. I'm like, I think I've seen
some.
It's like Hunger Games, but instead of a woods, it's now a maze. You know.
Yeah.
Those kids though look totally like not the Rugrats, the one with like alfalfa. Is that the Rugrats?
Little rascals.
It kind of looks like them all grown up. I know it wasn't, but it like reminded me.
Rugrat.
It just reminded me of that, but like all grown up.
I think I agree a lot with Jeff. Like I was saying to my husband when we were watching the promo after finished, I'm just like, so it's yet another young adult novel that, because The Hunger Games has done so well and Twilight did so well, that obviously that all young adult novels are going to be massive blockbusters. Obviously, like that's just like the logic that seems to be going on in Hollywood right now. And yeah, it looks a lot like Hunger Games. I do find it hilarious that the thing that freaks them all out, aside from they're stuck in a playscape and there's creatures that come after them at night, is that a girl shows up and they don't know what to do.
And then they tie her up. Terrible.
They tie her up.
They didn't know what to do.
And then they'll get, I'm like, you're adolescents, really? You tied up the girl? Really? Anyway, so the next thing that I was just like, this is weird. They're like, no one escapes the maze after night because there's these creatures. I'm like, how do you know there's creatures if no one escapes the maze after nightfall? Really?
I will say in the Comic-Con footage, they showed a scene with the creatures.
Yeah.
How did the creatures look? Are they all...
Well, they show the creature they show was like a huge spider-like looking thing. That again, it didn't really scare me that much. It's CGI. I get it. All right. I don't know.
When I watched the trailer, I was like, this feels like it's based on something. I didn't realize it's based on a young adult novel, but there was like a short story I read, like I don't know, when I was like in junior high, that I felt like was almost identical to this movie. So I don't know if like the young adult book was based on the short story or like vice versa, but it's really weird because I was like, oh, this is just like a short story I read. Like, I don't know. It's kind of interesting seeing it like come to life, but it's also kind of like I don't think I'm gonna spend $20 to see it.
Yeah.
Sorry.
On Twitter, Necrodia says, girl, the true villain of that movie, cooties. And
he also
Alexander, go ahead.
Yeah, he also asked, why don't they form a human ladder and just climb to the top of the walls and get out? And I'm like, what, like World War Z when the zombies just pile up on them?
Right.
Alexander Martin says, I'm about done with the teenagers stranded in dystopian futures, but they are really good advertising for the books. That is true.
Yes. Yeah, and hopefully that is what's translating, is that, because The Giver, for example, is a great book. I read it when I was a kid. Part of the reason why I don't really want to see the movie
right
is because I think a little bit. So yeah, hopefully it is translating and people actually wanting to read them, enjoy that. Hopefully.
Timekeeper Show says, who added sexual tension to my teen dystopia nightmare? I'm stressed enough.
True. True.
That's because he's Neville Longbottom. No wonder he'd be stressed in a sexual situation.
Did you see how hot
Neville
Longbottom got?
He didn't. Wait, do you think he got really? I mean, he definitely he matured nicely, but you think he's hot, really?
He got pretty darn good looking.
Oh, all right. So Tanya,
quickly.
you're saying that you would have sex with Neville Longbottom. Is what you're saying, basically. That's fine. I'm totally cool with that.
He aged well. Just put it that way.
Maybe you guys, if you can get him on next week, that'd be great. If you can.
Oh my God, let's do it.
I think it's worth it. Go after the guy. Yeah. He's probably got the time. So.
Oh, we totally should.
Oh my God. You should come on the show.
Yeah, I mean, that's it. He'll have fun. He'll
any-
dive right in with you guys.
That's true. That's true. Any other thoughts on Maze Runner?
Meh.
Yeah.
I know. I was like,
Yeah, just much like
it
that
really just feels
genre,
like-
we've beat it to death.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
It just feels like it's that we've seen it before. Just
I will
kind of thing.
I will say to your point about the books, about them being good advertising. I honestly, I have 3 kids myself. My oldest had actually, I heard him say what we all like to hear, and it's not as good as the book. And that he said that for a few movies, and I prefer to hear that, to hear him say it's not as good as the book, That's coming from a 12-year-old, so.
Nice.
So that says a lot, yeah.
Nice. Very cool. So the next one. Oh, go ahead, Jeff. Sorry.
Oh, I was going to say, what I would really love Hollywood to do is actually start making original stuff instead of everything based off a young adult novel or a reboot or a remake. And Hollywood, if you want to do that, start taking web series ideas, because that's where you're going to find the most stuff out there.
Aidan5.com.
We're knocked out. Progress. Asset.
8 and 5.
We got writers, we got
4 shows.
directors.
4 shows represented right here.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah, it is really true, and I think that's something that Hollywood it has to evolve. It's gonna make itself extinct if it doesn't start doing something different. Maybe naively hoping that change is occurring slowly, but we'll see.
Tanya, we have a tweet referencing something you have brought up on the show in the past. Alexander Martin says that movie better have # maze sex.
It better. There was one girl. There better be sex
that's a bad situation, though.
with spiders watching.
Oh, God.
Oh, terrifying.
That's hard to perform when there's a spider watching you.
Well, I mean, and they have to do it before night falls because they're obviously going to die because they've set that up, and they've got a very limited time frame. They just got to get in, get out.
And also, when you're in that open area, there's no trees or something really, just an open area. How do you get privacy with all these other dudes watching?
I had a nickel for every time.
Oh my God.
No, it's true. I mean, they're obviously setting up for some crazy, and then probably in the maze is he's saving the girl because that's what happens in the.
I want the girl to save him.
Unless it's
That's what I want.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe she'll have a bow and arrow because that's what they have to have.
That's what Buffalo was saying. Isn't another girl archer? Yeah.
It's the maze games. It is.
It's an analogy for surviving high school, isn't it? That whole maze thing.
They all are, right? Yeah, they're all.
Sure they are.
Like what Buffy was.
That's what Buffy was. Well before its time. Okay, the next trailer is obviously the greatest film of our time.
Hang on, one second. I agree with this, Tanya, but I got to share one tweet from Decronius.
Okay, do it, yeah.
Best pun of the night. I guess the sex would be amazing.
Wah, wah, wah.
You win, sir. Good job. All right.
You win, sir. Tweet of the night.
Well done.
Yeah. I feel as though he's dropping the mic right now.
Now let's get to the best movie since we reviewed Airplane versus Volcano.
The best movie.
Yes.
I'm going to tweet the link now. But this movie is called Mega Shark versus Mecha Shark. And
Mind blown.
It is a sequel to Mega Shark.
Written by Ben and John. They just use aliases. Yeah.
If we got paid, I'll take it.
Yeah.
It's about this
I would
detective
totally write
shark,
one.
you see?
Yeah.
I would totally write one of those movies, man, if people paid me.
Totally. Somebody's got to do it.
Why not?
Oh my God.
And I would put Tanya and Nicole in it. It'd be great.
I would like to say that any movie that stars Debbie Gibson
Oh, is Debbie Gibson in this one? Which character was she?
The one that was
She plays
like
the doctor person that we need to get him a playmate or whatever. Like
Is she the hot scientist?
yeah.
she's the hot scientist. She's
Wait a
the
minute.
hot scientist.
Some clarification. Is it Deborah Gibson, the grown-up one, or is it Debbie Gibson? Which one is it?
They're the same
Debbie
person.
Gibson.
Oh, they are?
Oh my god! I ruined it, Johnny. Sorry.
I'm showing my age.
Well, I knew this movie was going to be good because the opening shot is of the shark as it jumping on an oil rig.
Yes. Oh
Yeah.
my gosh.
I know
And
it's
then
going to
it
be good.
jumps up into the sky and almost hits an
Airplane.
Uh-huh.
At the
You know what's
airplane.
even better, guys? For who've watched Airplane versus Volcano, what you talking about? If Dean Cain was piloting that plane, who's in Airplane versus Volcano? That would be epic.
That would be
It's from the
amazing.
same. It's from Asylum, the same studio.
Yes.
Yeah.
They're just
and then after the
busting
glam
out.
back, there could be like volcanoes popping up. Oh come on! It could be Mega Shark versus Mecha Shark in volcanoes with airplanes. That's the
Can
title.
we add dinosaurs too?
Yes.
So just to
I think that's fair.
clarify the premise
All right.
of this film, they constructed a giant metal submarine shark so that it can fight
Shark.
the big shark.
Exactly.
Yes.
Look, if you're gonna
Exactly.
fight a huge
That is
shark,
awesome.
obviously
Based on
you're
a
That's exactly what
gonna,
they
you're gonna
did.
build a mechanical shark. Why would you build anything else? Take out a real shark.
Fight
It's
fire
not like
with
they have
fire.
any other sort of resource in the state, like maybe a nuclear submarine. They don't have those resources in the United States, so they had to build a mecha shark to
Most
deal with
practical
the
option
mega
No
shark.
bullets,
A submarine shark.
no Marines, no nothing. Yeah.
Yeah, with glowing red eyes.
But here's the thing. If you add in what Debbie Gibson was saying about the shark needs a playmate, maybe it was like the shark needed a mate, so that's why they built it to try and trap the mega shark. You know what I mean? Like,
So they built it so they could have sex with the other shark.
so that like the mega shark would think
I
this
watched
is
that.
fucking with mate, but then the mega shark would actually kill it. Is my thought. Maybe like they're doing it in the guise that the mega shark thinks he's finding like a wife or something.
That's like an intricate plot right there.
It's almost like
I watched
the
that.
box trap where it like falls and captures somebody, but it's like it bites them and kills them as opposed to
I
falling.
think that's way more intricate than the real plot of this movie.
So
Probably.
does the sequel have
Anything with a
does the
robot
sequel
fish
have
having
baby
sex,
robot
I'd watch.
sharks? Yeah, I want to see baby robot sharks. That's what I want to see.
That's funny.
Maybe they come out
That's
of the
number 3.
maybe they come out of the big shark, the big mecha shark.
It's true. Do they want the mega shark to be procreating? I don't think they want the mega shark to be procreating.
No,
No.
I don't think so.
And they need to have
But it's
laser
more
beams
fun.
Unless it's like Alien, where they take
Freaking
the-
laser beams?
Laser, yes,
Freaking
freaking laser beams.
beams.
How hard is it to get some freaking laser beams from a freaking shark?
We have a very important question on Twitter here, folks, about this movie. Very, very serious. Let's get together here. From Necrotius, would you rather have had Mega Shark versus Mega Giant Penguin or Mega Giant Flying Squirrel? Penguin. I say
Flying
penguin.
squirrel.
I would like to
Flying
see
squirrel.
giant
Squirrel.
flying squirrel versus giant penguin.
Oh.
Awesome.
I like
squirrel-
flying squirrel only because there should be more stuff like airborne, like when they attacked each other by the plane. Like that. That's just epic.
Right. That would be
They
good.
can jump 30 feet in the air.
So flying squirrel versus mecha penguin. Is that right?
Ooh.
As long as they're in the air.
Because otherwise the plot wouldn't make sense, Johnny. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
How big is this Mega Shark, by the way? Is it like the size of a bus or something? It's huge, right?
It's the size of
Oh,
it's
yeah.
bigger than an oil tanker, isn't it?
It's pretty
It looks
massive.
like it's bigger than an oil rig. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because when it does that silhouette, it's like huge.
It was even bigger than the
And then-
tanker.
Yes. It appeared to be.
Well, it jumped on an aircraft carrier, I think. So it's got to be pretty
Oh
big.
my gosh.
Yeah. I know it jumps up to the
Start
plane. It looks like
jumping
it
on
like take out the plane.
Yeah.
He's angry. And I guess sharks
Jumping
jump
on
when they're
that
angry.
First off,
I
if he
don't know.
jumps on top of an aircraft carrier, then how the hell does he get off of it? Should he just be stuck?
No, he smashed it in half. He went on top of it and smashed it in half.
Come on, Jeff.
I mean,
Were you not paying attention to the really well thought out trailer?
I think this. Somebody said this movie is actually. I think this is already out, by the way. You can go watch it now, folks, if you want to.
Oh.
It aired on TV.
On I'm sure on Sci-Fi Channel.
I think it's on
Where else would
Sci-Fi.
it be? Yeah. Where else would it be?
Yeah.
it's for Shark Week, isn't it?
Yeah.
Maybe that's what they aired.
How many weeks of the year does Shark Week actually happen? It's like every
51.
month, right? Has a Shark Week.
Yeah.
Every week is Shark Week.
51 weeks.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah. When did sharks become so damn popular? It's like, geez.
You guys, I don't know if you saw, but I tweeted out a picture that I found on Twitter that was Batman with a lightsaber attacking a shark. Wasn't that great?
I retweeted that when the show started, and somebody tweeted it was like the best picture of the day.
Yeah.
Yeah, so go check out Batman with a lightsaber attacking a huge shark.
It's pretty
Which
fantastic.
is the sequel to Batman versus Superman.
Batman versus Mecha Shark. I love it.
Ooh.
Ooh. That's intriguing.
Mm.
We have basically a general thing saying that sci-fi should be paying attention to our Twitter feed because we obviously have got their next bunch of movies all
Absolutely.
really thought out. I mean, it's practically writing itself as just a general thing. A few suggestions we could do. This is from Timekeeper. Mega giant space squirrel who thinks the Earth is a nice-sized acorn. Yeah. Seventh Matrix is saying sharks are so passe. Koala bears the next big thing. Yeah, Attack of the Cracked Out Killer Koala Bears. You're welcome, sci-fi. That's awesome.
And Alexander Martin says he must have just watched the trailer. Did that shark jump out of the water and almost bite a plane, only being thwarted by the metal shark colliding with it? Yes.
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 Yes, that's exactly what happened.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Which is the best shot in the whole trailer, by the way.
Yeah. And can
Well,
I
there's so
say,
many good shots.
I love the look of the older pilot, because I shouldn't say this is mean, but you can tell that he's like looking at a green screen and he's trying to be all like, and then the thing
He needs to take.
Yeah, just like it was like, you're awesome, man. Way to go.
I love that guy. He needs to take lessons from Maya and these guys about green screen work.
Exactly.
Green screen acting.
That's it.
Yeah. Greatest film of our time. Godfather, nothing. Nothing on this.
Forget Star Wars and all the Lord of the Rings and all that stuff. Yeah.
No. Freaking sharks.
Mecha shark.
Yeah.
Jumping 30,000 feet in the air.
I wish we had incorporated this into our story with Ariel. You know.
Oh, that's what it was missing.
That's what was missing.
Yeah.
We hit all the classics, but we missed this classic.
We really did.
Such a fine line between clever and stupid. It's alright.
All right, so I guess that'll wrap us up for Trailer Trash for today. Before we wrap things up, I need to vindicate myself, folks. So at the beginning, before we went on the air, I said, so guys, Tanya and Nicole, this is episode 94, right? They're like, no, Jeff, it's 93. You don't know what you're talking about. So I said at the beginning of the show, hey, welcome to episode 93. Now I look like a dummy because it actually is episode 94. What the hell?
I'm sorry, Jeff. I'm
Sorry,
really
Jeff.
Sorry. It's actually my fault. It was totally my fault because I sent out the email with everything, and in the subject line it said episode 94, and then in the description it said episode 93. So it is totally my fault. So I'm really sorry.
I've done 94 of these shows, and the first time I got the totally wrong. Thanks a lot.
I'm sorry. It was totally an accident. I
It's
apologize.
too bad it wasn't for the 100th episode or something like that.
Oh, God. That would be worse.
We're episode 101. No, we're
You
not.
guys gonna get Neville Longbottom on for episode 100,
Yes.
right?
There you
Oh,
go.
that's,
Yes.
yes, because if you're watching, folks, it's only 6 weeks away from our 100th episode, which is pretty huge, actually.
Ooh.
That's
Around
awesome.
these things.
We're honored that you have us so close to your 100th episode, man.
Right. That means you're our 6th favorite person.
Hey, I'll take that. I'll take that.
But yeah, we're gonna. I don't know. I'm not sure what we're gonna do yet. We're talking about it, but folks, if you're watching, we're gonna do something really big for the 100th episode. Maybe we'll have Neville Longbottom on. Maybe we will. That's a good idea.
Totally should.
I'll totally work on that.
Maybe we'll have a Saved by the Bell reunion because we were talking about that recently too.
That's true. I couldn't find a trailer for it. They've cast it, but there's no trailer for it.
What if we get the guests, like some of the crew from Asylum?
Oh, who made Mega Shark versus Mecha Shark and Airplane vs. Volcano?
Yeah.
This
That'd
is
be
true.
cool.
They're
We
too
talk
busy
about them a lot.
sitting. They're too busy sitting on yachts smoking cigars made out of $100 bills.
They can
But are
do
they
it from
scared
their
of
yacht.
sharks?
Yeah, that's true. They can connect from the yacht.
No, is the yacht made of a shark? Is that what you said? It look like a shark?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But are they scared of sharks if they're sitting on their yacht?
That's true.
They're probably also not scared of volcanoes popping out of the ocean either.
Necrodius on Twitter says, it was a ploy to confuse you, Jeff, that Tanya and Nicole are trying to take over the show. I believe that.
Don't
I'm
trust.
sorry.
See how they're not saying anything. They're just looking.
Don't trust them.
Very evil. Necrodius thinks we should also have Kevin Bacon on the 100th episode. That would be cool.
Sure.
That'd be amazing.
Kevin Bacon.
Awesome.
Give us a
Can't go
call.
wrong with bacon.
Does anybody, like, I know we're like 10 degrees, 7 degrees, but does anyone have
I'm
a
only 2 degrees actually.
Well, can you reach
Well-
out to that second degree and get him on the show?
Sure, no problem. Tweet us who else you'd like us to have on the show that we'll never get. Steven Spielberg,
Yeah. Let's do that.
Chris Hemsworth.
I was thinking Robert Downey Jr.
Robert Downey Jr.
Oh, of course you guys are. Dude, I was within like 5-10 feet of Robert Downey Jr. Comic-Con.
I know, I saw those photos.
Yeah, I saw the photo. That's cool.
And I was trying really hard not to be jealous.
I almost, I'm on your behalf, Tiny Nicole. I almost gave him a kiss for you.
Oh, that would have been wonderful.
That would have been very nice.
Yeah,
And I think he would have played along with that.
sure, I think so too.
Sure.
I don't see why he wouldn't. All right, here we go. So we are going to wrap things up now. John, do you want to give some links again for Aidan 5 where people can check it out?
Aidan5.com. Really, that's it, Ben. Unless you want to throw out another one.
No, that's the one. So check us out on Aidan5.com. Our whole first season is up there right now, all 16 episodes. And if you stick around for a little bit longer, and our second season will be out at some unnamed date in the not too distant future.
Yes. Soon.
Awesome.
And we're
that's,
also on Twitter as Aidan5 Series and Facebook as Aidan5 the web series.
Thank you. Read my mind, Maya. Thank you. I was about to ask that. Maya, what is your Twitter? Why don't you give your Twitter out too?
I am at
Hold it
Maya,
up.
which is spelled like this.
Yes.
That's an awesome Twitter because you have to say it like that all the time. Maya.
Thank you. Maya! Yes.
Is it like just excitement or is it like a karate chop?
I think a little bit of both. I am an excited karate chop with my name.
Judo chop.
Judo chop. Yeah, that describes Maya right there.
All right, follow Aidan 5 and follow my and that's Aidan, by the way, spelled with an A-N, not an E-N, folks, if you're wondering.
Right.
Nicole, where can people check out and follow Progress?
Yes, progressofseries.com, and then also our spin-off show, jts.tv/Harlot.
Harlot, yes. Just go watch it. How about Harlots? All right. Tanya, Asset.
You can watch Asset at jts.tv/Asset.
Awesome. Super Knocked Up is at superknockedup.com or the YouTube channel you're watching this very minute, which is SKU Web Series. Thank you guys for watching, as always. We love having you on. Thank you for all the tweets and for taking the Harry Potter quiz and all that shenanigans. Thank you guys for 8 and 5, for everybody for coming on. You guys are great.
Oh, thank you for having us.
Thank you,
It
guys.
was a lot of fun.
Thank you.
Before we go, guys, we like to end with, as I do my little lead out here, and I'm going to point at the screen. When I point, everybody's going to say "Super Geeked Up" in unison, okay?
Ooh, yes.
Right.
All right? We can do it. A lot of pressure, I know. We can do it. All right. So we'll be back. We'll be back next week, Wednesday, 11 p.m. Eastern Time, 8 p.m. Pacific, as always. Thank you guys so much for watching and geeking out with us. Until then, stay
Super Geeked Up! I think I ran